Morning everybody, it's Sunday the 23rd of October. It's about 10 o'clock here in the morning. It's about 23 degrees, it's going to be a hot one today. It rained all last night, about 2 or 3 hours of rain last night, which we needed because it hasn't rained for a long time here. Everything's very dry, so the rain was more than welcome. And this video is just going to be a quick update to show you what's going on in the garden. Nothing major. I was out here yesterday planting a few things, so I'll just show you what I've been up to and how things are looking. So down here I transplanted a load of seedlings that were in trays yesterday, right in my shadow here. So we've just got some chilies. These are some ordinary bell peppers. And these ones here are aubergines. And then over here I've still got, there's a spare cucumber I haven't really got space for. I'll give that away to someone. There's some more tomato seedlings there which I'm growing for my mother-in-law, so I won't be using those, I'll be giving those to her. The shallots are still in the trays there. They'll probably be in there for another few weeks before they go out. And then down here there's a couple of trays of fennel seedlings. So I'll just take you inside and show you what I was up to yesterday. Okay, down this end, this is where the cabbages were, where my tomatoes are going to go. I planted four tomato plants yesterday, and then what I'm going to do this end where the other 4 stakes are, today I'm going to sow some seeds for tomatoes. So I'll have a continuous supply of tomatoes. So when those 4 are starting to produce, these 4 at the front will also just be a bit behind them. So rather than having 8 tomato plants that all tomatoes come at one shot, I'll have 4 and then another 4 to follow on, because I get quite a long growing season here. I mean, I can have tomatoes right up until the end of March, beginning of April, if the weather holds out. In the bed next to it, I've got some lettuce that I planted. I planted those last weekend. The celery's still there. Nothing much happening with the celery. I need to start getting through that to make some space for some more salad. And this bed here, these are some more pepper plants. And what happened was, when I sowed my seeds, I had 3 trays of seeds that I sowed. One was chilies, one was some baby peppers, and one were bell peppers. And the one tray of seeds didn't germinate, which I thought were the bell peppers. So I went to the nursery and bought these. And then only afterwards I realised that I got the labels mixed up, or read the labels wrong. And it was actually the baby peppers that didn't germinate. So now I've got 8 plants that I bought from the nursery, plus another 8 that I've grown from seed. So what I'm going to do is the same thing as with the tomatoes. I'll put 4 in there, which are the bigger ones that I bought in the nursery, and then the ones that I sowed from seeds, which I only transplanted into the pots yesterday, I'll plant those behind them at a later date, so I get a continuous supply of peppers. And then these 4 here, I'll give them away to somebody. And at the back of the bed there, that's where the aubergines are going to go, behind the peppers. And then these are the 2 butternuts, which you'll see if you look back at the last video, have come on quite a bit in 2 weeks. So they're really starting to take off now, especially with all this rain. And then these are my beans, bush beans, which are starting to flower. Starting to put on quite a few flowers now. And yesterday I sowed another row of beans down the side of there. That'll also give me a continuous supply of beans. Sorry about that, press the button, turn the camera off. At the back there, is the cucumber, which is starting to get a bit of height to it now. Soon reach up and reach the trellis and start growing up. And then there's the red onions, which are, I think maybe by the middle of November I'll start pulling these out. And then I think I'm going to put the courgettes, they're going to go here. So I'll give these another 3 or 4 weeks and they'll all come out, make space for the courgettes. These are the other small red onions that I planted, which I'm not doing so great, but like I said before, I didn't have high hopes for these. So if worse comes to worse, I'll use them as like small salad onions, chop them up and put them in salad. Here I've got some spring onions, which I'll grow in little modules. I'll grow about 10 or so seeds in a module and just plant them out as a clump. The beetroot and carrots are flying along. I thinned those out the other day, so they're getting quite big now. The garlic is still growing, and the row of spinach that I sowed down the right hand side of the bed there, I've had one germination out of a whole row, so I'm going to have to re-sow those. And the garlic, I dug down on the garlic and it looks like, I could be wrong, but it looks like the garlic is just one giant bulb under the ground. They haven't split into individual cloves, which I think was due to the abnormally warm winter we had. I don't think it got cold enough to force them into splitting, so we'll leave them for a bit longer and dig them up and see what's going on underneath. But I've had a little scratch around the base of them, and the 2 or 3 that I've dug down, they look like giant onions basically. And then over here, this is where the sweet potatoes are going to go. They should be turning up towards the end of next week, beginning of the following week. I've ordered them online, so probably by the next video they should be in. I'm going to put 8 plants in there, and I'll just take you down and show you what's happening with the potatoes. Nothing too exciting, but I'll just quickly show you what's going on down there. Okay, here are the spuds, and these got mixed results really. I mean, they're not doing too bad, but I'll show you now what I've done. Some of them, this one's like a better example. Some of these potatoes, there's only 2 in the tub. Some have really shot up. This one here is really shot up, and the other one on the right is barely through. So what I've done is I'll put a piece of cardboard between the 2, so I can earth up the one on the left, and as the one on the right grows, I'll gradually earth that up. Once they reach the top, I'll just pull the cardboard out, because if I earth them up level, that one on the right just continues to be buried. So there's another good example. That's a very small one at the bottom there, and this one's reached the top. And like I say, it's mixed results. This one here, I've had a no-show. So I don't know if that one there, only one of the 2's come up, and then some of them, like this one, both of them are at the top of the bucket already. So it's a varied success rate. I think the majority of them are 2 have come up. I think there's only 1 or 2 pots where there's only 1 come up, and like I say, that one at the very end there, where so far none of them have come up. But yeah, they're grown. Some have reached the top of the pots already, and others are way down the bottom. But they'll all catch up eventually. I'll just have to stick the cardboard in to try and earth them up. Otherwise, the tall ones are going to get too long before the one on the bottom catches up. So that's about it for the spuds. As I say, sort of a mixed success rate at the moment, but I'm sure they'll all catch up eventually. So that's about it for now, and if you want to keep up with what's going on in the garden, please subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you next time. Cheers.